Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and you're listening to the No BS Coaching Advice Podcast. I like to spend time regularly talking with you about some aspect of life, the universe, and everything. And today's show comes out of an exchange that I had with someone I coached who has finished a short course he's been teaching at a university. And he shared an article that one of his students wrote, which was a lovely piece that was both complimentary of him and what they learned. It was just a lovely article of self awareness and determining what they needed to. And excuse me, I'm not going to identify gender here. And it prompted an exchange between us where he told me that the student was going to be studying in Europe. Great decision. The student is unsure about what they want to do with their life and has lived in a good sized city in the U.S., but certainly has not seen much of the world. I have a bias toward people who have that kind of international experience. I know from my own background, it opened my eyes to so much by going and traveling abroad. Most recently, a Singapore trip, but before that, any number of trips to Europe. And one of the challenges that students have, one of the challenges that less experienced professionals have, is that they've been indoctrinated by the school system about their grades. They are measured by the grades they get in school. And in this particular case, the student, as he said, is lost, doesn't know what they want to do. Which is a pretty common scenario with students. But why is that? Why is someone so unclear about what choice they want to make? And I think the answer is because the school systems really don't prepare people to make their own decisions. It prepares people to regurgitate a bunch of stuff and feed it back to the professor to demonstrate that they were right. So it becomes no wonder that students graduate wanting to have others give them the answer. After all, in school, a question is asked, they know where to find the answers. But when they leave school, it's not quite as clear cut, and they become afraid that they're going to get a failing grade. I know that there's someone else I coach who's really rough on himself. He grades himself all the time. And in doing so, every time I hear him say, I did okay, I said, what grade would you give yourself? And we'll start having a fun conversation about how he grades himself. And it comes back to that his judgment of himself is much tougher than what other people see. So most recently, we talked about a workshop that he presented at, and his boss thought he did a great job, and he gave himself a B. I asked him, out of curiosity, would your boss have given you the same grade, or would they have given you a B plus or an A minus? A minus was the answer, but in his mind, it wasn't worth the A minus. Folks, get out of grading yourself. It's a residue of the school system. And not only that, especially when you're less experienced, risk failure. It's okay to get an F in a course, and that's even in the job market. If you fail trying to do something that you really want to do, you learn something from it, don't you? It's not like I'm 22, I've screwed up, I'm never going to wind up ever getting a job again, let alone something I really want to do. No, it doesn't work that way. Get yourself out there, start talking to people, try stuff outside of your comfort zone. Ooh, the comfort zone feels so good in here. But if you stay in the comfort zone, the world becomes very small. So get out, go exploring, have some fun, take some risk, and I hope you reach out to me for coaching. And if you don't, that's okay too. You'll learn along the way. But if you do reach out, send me a note at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. I'd love to work with you, and I'd love to help you on your journey. Hope you have a great day. Take care.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.